now that I know how to like work my way around a crochet, are my hands shaking? Am I nervous? Why am I nervous crocheting in front of you? All right, I'm really excited because I've got, not only do I have 2 camera setup going on right here, so hello to this camera and hello to this camera, but I also have a microphone, so I've got 3 different inputs that I will be merging together. So this calls for a clapper. This is a prop that I stole from my high school prom. I don't know if I knew that I was ever in my life going to need this. So just to be sure that we're all on the same page here. And it actually works like a clapper, obviously. So anyway, hello everybody. I'm really excited today to do this video because I have not really been excited to make videos for a really long time. And I had the idea to make this video. And it took me a little while to like get the energy or the excitement, the motivation to do it. So now that I am in a good place, I feel ready to get this video started. Today, we are going to be crocheting together. I have another video talking a little bit about this, about how I have really always been interested in being more self-sufficient. And I find that I don't have the expertise in some of the things that I feel I need in order to be more self-sufficient. So for example, I want to learn how to make my own clothes, but I don't know how to make clothes. I want to learn how to make my own food, but I don't even know how to cook, let alone grow it. It feels like there's so much that I don't know that it was kind of overwhelming, and I always felt like there's just so much to learn, and it felt impossible. But the way that I got into crochet, I realized that like my ideal aesthetic is like the 70s, maybe even the 60s. And a lot of the clothes that I gravitated towards that were like 70s inspired were crocheted. I saw a lot of amazing people showing their crocheted art on TikTok. And so that's how I kind of got into the idea of crocheting. And I was like, that looks so easy. I think I can do it. And I never really feel that way about stuff. I always kind of feel like, that looks so cool, I wish I could do it. But with crochet, I don't know, it just felt like so simple.
All you have to do is just a loop over and over, right?
And, you know, I don't want to like disrespect crocheters, but that's kind of what it feels like so far. And I've done quite a bit. I'm excited to show you over here what I've done so far. But I want to tell you how I got into this specific project. Because I was thinking, maybe I could do this. I started looking on YouTube and I came across this video. You know, I realized that I haven't watched a lot of her videos, and I have not watched one that includes how she pronounces her name. I'm gonna say Ikoshun. I wish I did that research. Anyway, I found this video called Crocheting an Entire Outfit Part 1, the Fall Patchwork Cardigan. In this 7-minute video, she crochets an entire patchwork cardigan. And I guess that's mind-blowing enough that it took her 60 hours, 60 plus hours to do it. But what blows my mind is that she's a beginner and she did it without really a pattern. She just sort of like made the pattern herself. So I decided if she could do it, I could do it. I'm gonna do an exact copy of that patchwork cardigan. And so yeah, that's how I got into crochet. I did not measure myself for anything. I didn't like really watch even that many tutorials. I kind of just watched 2 to get the hang of it. But I've done a lot so far. I have no pattern, so I can't share a pattern with you, but I will link her video down in the description box. And please go check out her videos because the whole like challenge that she set herself up on was crocheting an entire outfit. So she does end up making a top and pants, and those videos are up on her channel as well. So I'll link those down below. She blew my mind with that, and it really made me motivated that if she could just pick it up in like a day, it looked like, I could really learn this, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm going to show you what I've gotten so far. So a patchwork cardigan is a bunch of patches. This is the ribbing at the bottom of the cardigan. So this is going to go like around my body like this. You might not be able to see it from this camera, but here you can see that it kind of goes like, you can see it a little better there, but it kind of goes like all over the place. it's very obvious that a beginner made this. Here you can you see that? I dropped a stitch. I like picked up stitches. Yeah, I'm still really proud of it. Like, this is all back loop only, single stitch back loop only. And it took me a really long time. I started and stopped this over and over and over, but hey, it's finished. So I made this and I made 2 of these. So these are the arm cuffs, which, oh, so exciting to like start to see this come together. Then I made, oh my God, I don't even know how many. But I made so many of these gold patches. And then I made, what was it, like 12 of these beige patches. So these, as you can see, are, instead of back loop, these are just single crochet, and I'm really proud of how these came out. Then I just finished last night, I just finally did the last one of these like chocolate brown ones. Are these even the same size? Look at that. See, that's what like worries me, is that like, this is the problem with being a beginner. These aren't the same size. I mean, they're the exact same amount of chains, but they aren't the exact same size. So I might have to be doing like some stretching, and there's even something called steam blocking, I think it's called, where you can like loosen up the stitches. But essentially what happened is I made this one really, really tight, and I made this one really loose. So yeah, that's the thing with crochet. It's all over the place. I'm definitely a beginner. I didn't do a lot of tutorials, so there's so much learning as I go. But the thing about this is, the reason why I keep at it is because I can do it while I'm watching other stuff. So it's something to just sort of keep my mind busy, and you can see the progress. Like, you go from this to this to this, and it's so easy to see the progress that you realize, like, you know what, let me keep going. Even if there's a mistake, I can always go back and fix it. So it's not like other hobbies that I've tried before where I'm discouraged by the process. This one is a very encouraging process because I can see myself getting better every time. But I want to talk a little bit more about the benefits of crochet as I crochet, because this is a crochet with me and I haven't done any crochet. So before we get started, I want to ask you, even though unfortunately I will have to make the decision on my own, but which would you rather see, medium time or charcoal? Let me know in the comments down below which color you would have rather seen, because unfortunately I will be choosing on my own. So I'm actually going to go with the green color because I've gotten so many neutrals. This is all neutrals, you know. I want a lighter color. I want some pizzazz in my life. So I'm going to get started with the green. Let's get started and then we will get to chatting. This slip knot, oh my God, it took me forever when I first learned it. This is a 5mm crochet hook, by the way. When I do my foundation stitch, I need to pay full attention because this is the hardest part. 1, 2, 10, 11, 20, 21, 22, and then my turning stitch. Whew. Okay, I lied. Actually, this is literally the hardest part, but I don't need to count, so I can do this while I'm talking, as I can't talk. By the way, if at any point, if there's like some serious professional crocheters watching this and I'm doing everything wrong, first of all, why are you watching this? Second of all, let me know if you have any suggestions on how to improve my crochet, because this is the first project I've ever done and I'm having a lot of challenges with it. But I'm sure these are like the same challenges that any beginner has. Tension is my biggest problem. I find that I'm just like all over the place. I cannot find the sweet spot. I either am like way too tight, or then when I try to compensate for that and like go looser, it's way too loose. So I really don't know what's going on there. Also, if you have suggestions on who on YouTube or TikTok to watch, please let me know. For anybody watching this who's into crochet, send us suggestions. Let us know who's out there making some really cool content on crochet, who's like making some really cool work that we could follow and support, or who shares out good information, who's got good patterns, in the comments below. It's so much easier to work on the green because I went from working on the gold color to the beige color, and then I went to that chocolate brown, and I could not see what I was doing for the life of me. So working on lighter colored yarn is so much easier than dark colored yarn. Now that I think about it, I guess I'm a little nervous because like I've just taught myself how to do this, and so now I'm about to expose myself online, and what if all these people come with their pitchforks and they're like, that's not how you do it? It's the thought that counts. I'm learning, right? Okay, so here we have the first row. That was my SpongeBob impression. I'm gonna measure it up. Yes, exactly. I don't know if you can see, but I'm at 5.5 inches, and this is, let's count it. 21, 22. So exactly what I was hoping to get. I've got 5.5 inches across, and this is 22 stitches. So now we've got our foundation and we can get started. Now that we've got the hard part out of the way, how is everybody doing? It's January 2022. Can you believe it? New year, new us. How's your New Year's been going? Stop right now and let me know in the comments. This is a chat with me. So how's your New Year been? So far, you know, actually so far 2022 has been pretty good for me. I ended last year just feeling really grateful for everything. Like, I'm at this point grateful for just the little things. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy that my family is healthy. I'm happy that everybody's safe. I'm happy just to have what I have. Like, I have a roof over my head and money in the bank, and I have all these resources to keep me occupied while we wait out this whole thing, this whole pandemic thing. I've got my vaccine and my booster. We've got the protection we need. Like, I've got healthcare and masks. And you know what? That's the least I could ask for. My New Year's resolution this year is to be more present. And I think I've been doing a really good job of that this year already so far. Mind you, it is 17 days into January, but still, I'm working on it. The way that I've been more present is by having a better routine. So every day I wake up and I stretch. And as I stretch, I make a gratitude list, just, you know, thanking the universe for the things that I have today, and just being grateful for every single day that I wake up. And that has really put me in a good place. So I start each day with a lot of intention, and in a better mood. Oh, sorry if you're watching this and that is not the way I'm supposed to be doing this. Do you mind? There's a YouTuber living in this house. No, I'm just kidding. I really appreciate everybody who works on garbage trucks and the whole waste management system, because without it, that would be a mess. But anyway, speaking of being present, one of the things that is really helping me stay grounded and stay present every day is crochet. And if you have not started crochet yet, and for some reason you're watching this video and you're on the fence, let me tell you that it has done wonders for my mental health. So I actually got into crochet at a time where I was feeling really, really low. I've been on the job hunt since, I want to say August, September of 2021. And I got really serious about it around that time, and I've been applying to jobs every week pretty much since, and have not had a lot of luck. And I actually, back in October, I found my dream job, as if I wrote the job listing myself. Like, I wanted it so bad. So I started manifesting and scripting. I did everything in my power. I wrote an amazing application. I got in contact with some people in my network who worked there, and they gave me referrals, and then I got my first interview, and I was just so excited. I was thrilled. I was nervous. I felt like the sky was the limit. Like, I was so motivated. I felt I could do anything. And then when I like nailed the first interview, I was like, what is going on? Like, is this gonna happen for me? And so yeah, I was journaling about it. I was scripting. At the time I believed that in order to make my dreams come true, if I was gonna manifest something, I had to be delusional. I saw this tweet that said something about like being like, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was like manifestation is being delusional. Like, when you're manifesting, you have to be delusional. You have to live in this like alternate reality where your dreams come true. And I really took that to heart, and I really thought that was like the secret sauce of how to manifest. And so I started doing a lot of visioning practices. I was envisioning the moment that I got the job offer. I was envisioning what it would be like to work there. And I would close my eyes and imagine it so real that I would get emotional, and I would actually like tear up, or I would smile, or I'd be like laughing because I could feel it. Like, I could taste it. I could smell it, everything. It was so real to me. That's how bad I wanted the job. Every day, every night, 24/7, I was thinking about getting that job and how things were going to change when I got that job. And so I'm scripting, I'm manifesting, I'm praying, I'm talking to my therapist about it, and then I'm also doing the work. So like, I'm doing so much research. I watched so many freaking videos. I have like 3, maybe 4, 5 Google Docs filled with interview questions and how I would respond to them. I practiced my interview questions. I did mock interviews. I was like really intense about this job, and this job specifically. And I made it to the second interview, and so it just pushed me even further, and I kept doing all of that to work harder and do my best to put myself in a position to get this job. And then I made it to the third interview. All of this is happening from October, November, and then into December. And at some point in December, I think like right before the Christmas holiday, I had that final interview, and they were like, my recruiter was saying like all this awesome stuff, and she was really pumping me up, and I was like, oh my God, am I about to work for my #1 company in this like creative role? Am I about to get my dream job? And I didn't. I did not get it. My recruiter told me she'd get back to me, and she told me that she would call me. She sent me this email that Monday. She sent me this email that had no exclamation points. And at the time, I was thinking I'm about to get this job until that email with no exclamation points came in. And y'all know I have anxiety. And so I'm like, I'm just reading too much into this, and I'm trying to persuade myself that that's not a red flag, and she's just busy, and maybe I should just mind my business and wait for her to tell me that I got the job. And so I'm waiting, and at the time I was like speaking in absolutes. Like, I thought I shouldn't put anything into what I didn't want. I shouldn't be thinking about the possibility of not getting the job. I shouldn't be talking about it. Like, I thought if I really was manifesting this, I need to pretend like there is no option except success. I have another Google Doc. It's embarrassing now that I think about it, but I have another Google Doc of like how I would handle the verbal offer and what I would say when she's about to call me at 11 a.m. and tell me I got the job. I even have like a notes doc. This is how like delusional I really was. I even have a notes doc on my like LinkedIn post. What I would say when I get the job and like who I'm gonna thank. Like, it's so cringe now that I think about it. But that's like how, not only just like how bad I wanted this job, but how dedicated I was to the fantasy. And when I got on the phone, my face like fell as soon as I heard that word.
Unfortunately.
And that's when I knew. I didn't get it. And it was, the word I kept saying is agonizing. It was agonizing, waiting. And then, now that I think back on it, it was brutal. It was heartbreak. They did not give me the job. They told me because of lack of experience. I have 5 years of experience in my field, and I worked a job where I did everything. Like, I did so many different roles. So I have a lot of experience, but I don't have as much experience in script writing as they were asking for. It's so common right now. I'm in the job search and I'm on LinkedIn every day, and I know that there are a lot of jobs open right now. But the jobs that are open are hourly, part-time, they are in person, and they're service jobs. And that's not what I'm looking for. There's absolutely no disrespect to people who hold those jobs. And in fact, I have the utmost respect and gratitude for people who hold service jobs. But that's not what I'm looking for myself right now. I'm looking for a full-time job. I would love a work from home situation. I'm a creative, so I want a creative job. And those are really hard to find right now. And there's a lot of competition. They're calling it the Great Resignation or the Great Renegotiation. There's a lot of people quitting their jobs right now. There's a lot of people searching for jobs right now. So there's so much competition for the roles that I'm looking for. And I believe there was a lot of competition for that specific role that I was applying for. And it was a dream job. And so if it was a dream job for me, I can only imagine how many other people felt the same way when they found that application. So it felt like a heartbreak. I really had to like get over it. And I was just in a really rough place at the start of the holidays. My sister and her partner were coming into town. And then my little sister and her partner were going to be spending the holidays with us. And I am single and unemployed and living at home. It was just a rough place to be in during the holidays because I wanted to be happy. And I had imagined that it was going to be the perfect holiday. It was going to be the perfect way to end 2021. I was going to be getting my dream job, and I was going to finally have money to give amazing gifts, and I was going to be able to afford a new bed and a desk, and I was going to be able to like start paying off my student loans. I was just imagining all these ways that my life was going to change once this one thing happened. And I realized that maybe it didn't feel right for me to believe that this one occupation, this one income stream, this 9-to-5 job, let alone from this major tech company, was going to be my savior, was going to change everything. I was very unhappy in my day-to-day, and I was allowing the delusion that I thought was manifesting, but I was allowing the delusion to run my life and to tell me what happiness was and when happiness was, and it wasn't right now. After I got the rejection, I took a look at that a lot over the holidays, and I realized that there's a lot to be grateful for, and there's a lot of good things in my life, and there's so much that I do have. And I think that it was a bit of an injustice to pretend like a job offer from a major tech company was going to save me. I had to save me. I had to do the work and be present and appreciate and be grateful, because there is so much that I have and that I've received and achieved. And I think that I was just selling myself short, making myself believe that I needed something else, So after a lot of tears and time and journaling and talking to my family and my therapist, I realized that maybe I wasn't ready for that job. And not in terms of like work experience, but life experience. Maybe this is how I really think. Maybe the universe was like, girl, you're not ready because you believe this job is going to be everything to you. And it's not. And what happens when you get the job and you still are unhappy and you still are wanting more? Like, you're never going to be satisfied if you have that mindset. So I took it as a lesson and I told myself, this is your chance to really learn how to be present and grateful for what you do have and for your everyday. And so that's where I am right now. I realized one of the things I need to do in order to be happier is get the off social media. My day, at that point, my day was wake up, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I have been comparing so hard lately, and that's been the biggest issue for me. I realize that I get on social media and I see all these people that I used to call colleagues, and now they're out like living what looks like their best lives, and I'm here in the same place that I've been for the last like 2 years. And I know, when I think about it, I know that's not true. I'll look at these people that I used to call colleagues, these people who are my same age, people who are even younger than me, even my own family. Like, I'll look at my sisters and I will compare myself. And there's two parts of that make me uncomfortable. One, it makes me uncomfortable that I can't be happy for other people. It's not that I can't be happy, because I am genuinely happy for people, but the problem is that that's not the first and the biggest feeling I have. If somebody tells me something awesome happening in their life, I'm so insecure right now that I might not immediately be happy for them, and that's not what I want. I want to be able to celebrate other people's wins without thinking about myself first. So that made me really uncomfortable. But then the other part is that I'm not seeing myself for me. I'm seeing myself through other people. It's my own eyes. Like, why do I have to see the way other people see? Why do I have to pretend to be someone else when I look at myself? Why not just look at myself as myself? Does that make sense? When I see me for me, I can see all of the growth that I've had over the last few years. I can look at the end of 2021 versus the beginning, and I can see how much I've accomplished. And maybe those accomplishments aren't very easy to see if you're not me. But does that matter? No. All this to say, I realized that I was on social media too much. And I thought, you know what? I need more offline hobbies. And so I started really thinking about what would be fun. And that's how I started thinking about crochet. And that's why I crochet. And it's been amazing for my mental health. I'm a very anxious person. And so I've had a lot of issues where my brain will take over and I will spiral. And I will think about things that I don't want to be thinking about. I will be in the past. I will be worrying about the future. And I actually watched this awesome TikTok by the user Simplifying Sam, who talked a bit about what time really is. And one of the things I really took away from that is that when you are thinking about the past or worrying about the future, you are not in the present. That's you in your brain, because the future does not exist right now and the past does not exist right now. The only thing that exists right now is right now, the current moment. And so when you are thinking about either of those things, you are just in your head. You're not here. And that's been really, really helpful for me to stay grounded. But also when I crochet, especially when I was first starting out, I didn't have the skill to think and crochet at the same time because I was like so focused on what I was doing. It was like forcing myself to stay present. And that was really awesome, especially during the holidays when I needed it. Now might be a good time to check in. How does everybody feel about this kind of video? Like, are we into crochet with me? I really hope there's someone out there who grabbed their project and started actually crocheting with me. And if you liked this kind of video, let me know down below if you would like to see more of this, and we can do more chat and crochet, because I really enjoyed this. I also would love to like actually talk with y'all. Like, let me know what sort of topics you want to discuss, because I was just doing a catch up. I haven't been on this channel in so long because I haven't really had motivation. Like, obviously haven't been traveling. I only have old travel vlogs to share with you, and I know I say this every video, but I do have some old videos to still upload to this channel. Like, I have to finish my Japan travel videos. I have a whole Belize trip that I took last summer that has not been uploaded. I also have a quick Seattle vlog that I might push out. So I have videos. I'm not really feeling motivated on the travel content because that's just not what I've been doing in my life lately. So if it's all right with y'all, let me know if you like the crochet content or other lifestyle stuff, or just chatting, or just like mental health, because that's what's in my life right now. Ah, perfect. It looks so good too, right? Like, I don't know anything, but that looks good to me. See what I mean? Like, it's so, like, it's nice to look and be like, oh, I got something done. Let me know what you're crocheting. What are you working on right now? Actually, when I was in Peru, I did... My camera just died. I can't show you on my close-up camera, but this is how far we've made it. I think I'm gonna probably end it there. So let me know if you want to do more of these videos. I could talk forever, and I have a lot more crocheting to do. So let me know if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more of these. I really appreciate hanging out with you today. So it's good to see you. It's good to be back. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. By the way, thank you so much for 400 subscribers. That's awesome. I haven't posted in so long, so it's really cool to come back to a milestone like that. And don't forget, I am on Instagram and TikTok, so I will link those down below as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!